one of the biggest use cases for these Gen AI systems now is ambient listening. And it's being rolled out aggressively now. So the doctor, your health, your nurse doesn't have to necessarily take the notes. They don't have to stare at a computer screen and take notes. Let the ambient listening capabilities understand what's happening in that room. Now marry that together with a knowledge of all of the research that exists that is coming out, new research coming out every day. You and I cannot keep up with that. It's not physically possible. The computers, the technology can. And it can today, I think of it as surfacing questions and interesting thoughts to the healthcare practitioner that can then make an informed decision of, okay, yes, this makes sense. Let me engage the patient and explore this possibility with the patient. Because you and I don't have that capacity, but the computers and technology do to help improve life.
How much do you think the privacy is an issue in North America around that stuff? Because I know in North America, we're more sensitive to that stuff than other parts of the world. Like in Asia, I think they've just accepted the fact that, the government knows everything about them and they're cool with it. But us, it still seems a struggle. To get to the point that you just mentioned, essentially you need to kind of give up your privacy and trust a server to keep it safe.
Yes, we have the laws in place. HIPAA is in place today. HIPAA guides and protects our data in a healthcare setting. That also applies to these AI types of systems. From a contractual perspective, when I engage with a customer and we are working with a health system and we're dealing with medical data, we're also bound by HIPAA, and we signed what are called business associate agreements that, pass that responsibility to us as well. That when we are part of that healthcare picture, the large language models that the open AIs and these companies, they will sign these agreements with you to protect that data. So yes, the laws are in place. But what's interesting about that, I don't worry about, and this is my personal opinion, I don't worry too much about that in particular because of what it's going to enable and what the benefits that I can gain from that. And I think in healthcare life sciences, we do have to learn from the world of marketing. So if you walk into a supermarket, there has been so much research and data analysis about behaviors of when you walk into the store, you're more likely to turn left than right. You're more likely to buy a product that is at eye height and not above or below closer to the floor. Yeah. They've figured this stuff out.